All right, my pick here, and we'll end out here today, is Louisville. Is the Louisville Cardinals again? Look at me going to the ACC. It just does something to me, Steve. I tell you what. But the Louisville Cardinals are off just like West Virginia to a 2-2 start. They got absolutely killed by Syracuse at the beginning of the season. We started to find out that Syracuse was for real. Went against UCF, close loss against Florida State, which we know now that Florida State is a very good football team. Florida State had some injuries in that one, and then they win against USF, South Florida. So they head against Boston College. Should be an easy win for Louisville. I think Louisville is a better team than Boston College. Boston College has been the laughing stock of the ACC. Probably the most disappointing team in all of college football this year, in my opinion, is Boston College. But when you look at this football team, 2-2, so they got to find a way to get 4 more wins to get to 6-6, just like West Virginia in this case. Boston College and Virginia are the next 2 matchups. I think they can win those, move to 4-2, but then they play Pitt, then they play Wake Forest. That might be tough. So let's just say they lose those 2, go to 4-4. They got to find a way to win 2 games against James Madison, who is not a easy team this year. That they might have thought that might have been an easy win on their schedule, just heading into the Sun Belt for the first time, being team number 131, getting into the FBS. They're like the best defense in all of the nation right now when it comes to total defense. They're on the top. So I don't know if that's an easy win. That might be a tough one. Then they play Clemson, then they play NC State. And then for some reason, not sure why they did this to themselves, but at the end of the year, their final game of the year is against number 7 Kentucky. So good luck finding a way to get 4 out of this one. I think the only way they do that, though, is with a win against Boston College today to keep them in the loop, keep them even in the running. They have to win the next 2 weeks, move to 4-2, and then find a way to maybe beat Pitt and then play well against James Madison. I think that's their only route to get the 6 wins. I think that's going to be a tough battle.
Yeah, well, they almost have to play Kentucky, though. I'm really happy that they're on that schedule. I mean, it's just as much as important in football as it is in basketball, and certainly Kentucky is a basketball state.
Right.
But yeah, Louisville is a fascinating team because they seem to find a way to get themselves bowl eligible just about every year. I mean, sometimes they're really, really good. In this ACC, I think they are overmatched. They're good. They're good. They have to pull up some upsets. But no, I like Louisville potentially getting to a bowl thing. I think that's a great pick because again, it's Louisville's one of those schools that gets overlooked. But then you go back over the course of 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, and you look, well, Louisville had some pretty good football teams. They've turned out some NFL caliber talent. So that's a great pick. I mean, I think Louisville's going to toy with Boston College. I agree. Boston College is so disappointing, but Louisville's a team to follow now going as we get into bowl season.
Yeah, I agree. I think the ACC is, again, another one of those fun conferences. I don't think they're as deep as the Pac-12 or the Big 12 this year, but still fun with those matchups. Louisville's a team that, and we saw against Florida State, that they could keep it interesting in one of those matchups. So maybe they do the same against the Clemson or NC State, or I could easily see a Pitt versus Louisville be a really good, coin flip. And that might be a matchup that if they can win, they can sneak into the 6-win mark. So I like that.